Rockstar Games has yet to officially announce Grand Theft Auto 6. However, much to Take Two's dismay, we already know that it exists because a hacker managed to leak roughly 4 hours of gameplay footage early. The leaked and clearly unfinished gameplay footage left many fans disappointed, claiming that it was too similar to GTA 5, a game which released in 2013. While I was not concerned with what we saw, I am concerned that Rockstar no longer cares about making enjoyable single-player sandbox experiences and is instead more focused on maximizing profits and monetizing their massive multiplayer online experiences. It seems to me that, much like Mick Jagger, we're looking at a Rockstar that is well past their prime. Grand Theft Auto 5 has sold over 180 million copies across 3 console generations, making GTA 5 the second best-selling video game of all time. The game grosses around $800 million a year and has made over $7 billion in the course of its lifetime. These numbers are impressive and signal that GTA 6 will no doubt be a massive financial success. The problem isn't that Rockstar Games is bankrupt financially, more that they're bankrupt creatively. Over the years, Rockstar has developed some of the most ambitious and technically impressive games of all time. They've always revolutionized AAA gaming with each successive release. It makes me wonder if they are even capable of living up to the standards that they themselves have set within the industry. GTA 6 faces the daunting task of being greater than its predecessor, a bar set so high that I fear they can only hope to walk right under it. Rockstar Games has seen major players leaving the studio in recent years, such as co-founder Dan Houser, creative director Lezlie Benzies, and even writer and producer Laslow Jones. Dan Houser has been an executive producer and writer on nearly every game in Rockstar's impressive catalog, while Laslow has featured as a self-parody radio jockey in every 3D Grand Theft Auto title, as well as writing and co-producing many of Rockstar's best games. These departures will surely leave a void within the company, which makes me wonder if the team working on GTA 6 will be able to deliver the kind of Grand Theft Auto experience that we've all come to expect. It's clear to me that Rockstar no longer cares about making unique, single-player games, seeing as neither Grand Theft Auto 5 nor Red Dead Redemption 2 ever received a single-player DLC expansion. Unlike both of their predecessors, with Grand Theft Auto 4's The Lost and the Damned, as well as The Ballad of Gay Tony, and Red Dead Redemption 1's Undead Nightmare, it is clear that Rockstar has shifted their priority into online monetization methods, taking minimal risk while maximizing their profit. And hey, I can't blame them. After all, that's just what companies are designed to do. In recent years, Rockstar has made many missteps with their flagship franchises, such as the abysmal GTA Definitive Edition, as well as the mishandling and mistreatment of Red Dead Online. Support for Red Dead Redemption's online mode was dropped so quickly that fans of the game are still reeling from the shock. But what they don't understand is that Red Dead Online was doomed from the start. Once Rockstar realized they couldn't monetize digital cowboy boots and 6-shot revolvers the same way they could monetize rocket bikes and shark cards, it was only a matter of time before Red Dead Online was dropped. The biggest innovation as far as Red Dead Redemption 2 is concerned was the inclusion of weather-responsive horse testicles. I find it fitting that recent leaks have stated that Rockstar has invested a considerable amount of resources into developing their Rage engine, so GTA 6 can sport the most advanced water physics in a game to date. GTA 6 is gearing up to be the most watered-down entry in franchise history. In the past, Rockstar has taken chances, making titles like Midnight Club, Manhunt, Red Dead Revolver, The Warriors, Bully, Beaterator, LA Noire, and Max Payne 3. These were all unique games that set out to do something different, earning Rockstar a reputation as a truly great developer. But nowadays, Rockstar's been resting on their laurels for so long that risk and innovation sound like dirty words. Take Midnight Club, for example. This game is a critically acclaimed racing series that has been laying dormant since 2009. Red Dead Revolver was a tight, narrative-driven story game and a truly underappreciated title that helped to pave the way for the Red Dead series we know today. The Warriors always struck me as a bit odd, seeing that the movie it's inspired by came out 30 years prior to its release. However, the game is still a fun, beat-em-up adventure focused on melee combat with an impressively deep combat system, especially when compared to other beat-em-up games of the time. L.A. Noire featured an incredible implementation of motion capture technology. By placing actors in the center of a 32 camera setup, they were able to scan every detail of their face as they delivered their performance. An extensive and nuanced endeavor that achieved photorealistic facial expressions in-game and allowed players to utilize context clues such as body language as hints in solving cases. Manhunt was a game so controversial, it's actually been banned in several countries. This game has been heralded as the most violent video game ever made, and it is, quote, a disgusting murder simulator with no reason to exist. Well, if that's not the most punk rock tagline a video game can receive, I don't know what is. Max Payne 3, one of my favorite games of all time, and the first game in the Max Payne trilogy to be developed by Rockstar, was a tightly designed, linear, story-driven experience that also featured a stellar multiplayer experience. This has led the game to become a cult classic in Rockstar's catalog. Bully is considered to be controversial by today's standards, despite the fact that when it launched, it was the least controversial Rockstar title to date. In fact, it was the only Rockstar game I was allowed to play growing up. That's because you didn't kill any cops, you couldn't steal cars or run over any pedestrians. Hell, even the guns were replaced with kid-friendly, mom-approved weapons like the slingshot, the spud cannon, and stink bombs instead of Molotovs. Bully is one of, if not the only, Rockstar game with 0 fatalities, and yet for some reason, that franchise is being treated like the red-headed stepchild of Rockstar Games. Personally, I am much more interested in any potential future announcements from Dan Houser's new company, Absurd Ventures and Games, as well as the potential for Lezlie Benzies' new company, Build a Rocket Boy, which has recently announced a game titled Everywhere. A title so vague and a promise so large, one can only hope but wonder what this game will entail. That's all for me. Go ahead, hit that dislike button, and leave your hate mail in the comments down below.